Hi again, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. I wanted to talk to you about when is a straighter bowling delivery better for you. And in this modern era of these high-tech bowling balls, which provide a great deal of hook potential, it's real easy to get caught in a trap of trying to overhook the bowling ball, trying to see it cover too many boards and hook too sharply on the back end of the lane, thinking that's going to really impact the pins and that's going to really get me a lot more strikes. Well, the truth be told, sometimes too much hook gets you in trouble. Even for you power players, people who hook the ball a lot, have a high rev rate, and really can have a wide delivery angle and hook the ball back to the pocket pretty sharply. It's a danger on some lane conditions where the ball can jump out of the oil pattern and not react and not get you to the pocket with a high degree of frequency. The number one objective is to hit the pocket as frequently as you can, and sometimes going in a straighter line, a straighter path, or just taking something off your delivery technique and getting a little bit more skid, regulating your skid control is going to help you. On wet, dry lane conditions, which we see on most house conditions today, if you're a competitive league bowler and you're getting your ball to overreact, we call it over-under. There's a lot of different terms for it. Sometimes you might be trying to hook the ball too much. Of course, you can change bowling balls to something that goes a little straighter, has a little different drilling layout to give you a different look on the back end of the lane. But nevertheless, especially for you strokers or in-between players who have a good release technique, maybe it's easier at times to get a little longer skid length so you can control the motion of the bowling ball by taking a little something off your delivery. In other words, maybe you don't rotate your fingers as much. You stay behind the ball more. Maybe you tilt your wrist back a little bit and a little longer delays the thumb exiting the ball. Or maybe you just keep your fingers open when you release the ball, your thumb and back away from your finger pads, and let it just float, the ball flow off your hand so you regulate your skid. Some of those little tips or tricks can help you when you're getting an over-under ball reaction and you can't quite get to the pocket as often as you want. We really think that understanding your bowling release and practicing changing a release just enough to change the skid length of the ball where you have confidence doing it, you do it in your practice sessions, it's going to help you when you need to make little adjustments on the lanes. Sometimes just moving laterally, making parallel adjustments or moving your feet and your target a certain number of boards toward oil or away from oil and so on isn't always the answer. So you want to be able to be a little bit versatile, and there's times when straightening that ball out will help you, particularly on your spares, as you know. When you go for the 10 pin, if you're a right-handed player and the lane's pretty dry, you don't want to try to hook the ball. All that stuff's pretty simple to figure out. So you want to work on your technique to straighten out your delivery. Make sure you can control it so you have just as accurate as with your normal delivery. And remember that the most important thing is to trust these bowling balls that we see these manufacturers produce today. They will hit with a lot of impact at the pins. You'll get a good angle of entry even if you don't try to hook the ball a great deal. Just because you're taking a straighter path to the pocket will not necessarily mean you sacrifice a lot if you hit the pocket at a higher percentage. I hope some of this information helps you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.